My name is Michelle Scarlett. I lived in a cheap apartment with my husband and daughter until last month, but we built our own house and finally moved in and settled recently. The thing that bothers me recently is Sasha, one of the moms at my daughter's nursery, who thinks she's better than others. She says really mean things all the time. I thought she was a nice person to talk to at the beginning, but her true self gradually came out.
Good day, Michelle.
Hi.
How is life at your new house?
It has always been a dream to have my own house. It's really comfy, and I finally finished moving in. I feel like I'm finally back to normal life.
That's good to hear. You were in a tiny apartment before, weren't you?
Of course, it's more comfortable. Yeah.
Anyways, it took a while to build your house, didn't it? Like, how long has it been since you told me you were building your house? I almost thought you weren't going to build it.
Yeah, it did take quite a while. It was our dream, so we took thought about everything carefully, like the place to build it and the interior. If we're going to build a house, you should think about your decisions carefully, right?
I see. A dream home, they say. There are many people who dream of having a house, especially unwealthy people.
Well, I guess we aren't very wealthy, but
you know my husband is a business owner, right? All of his work-related friends live in luxury apartments.
Right.
It's not that houses aren't good or anything, but, you know, luxury apartments are really safe security-wise. Business owners really care about security. I can relate so much.
Okay.
The reception is open 24 hours at our apartment. There are 5 security locks from the entrance to my door. In that sense, houses are a little unsafe, if you know what I mean.
Well, maybe, yeah, but
you're not wealthy, so you wouldn't have anything to lose.
Why do you have to say things like that?
Because you're poor. Oh, yeah. You have a pretty big garden, right, Michelle?
Yeah, I wanted a big garden, so I told the architect to keep it big. I've always wanted a garden big enough so that children could run around in it.
Oh, really? You know, we don't have a garden because we live in an apartment.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, what if you made a sand pit in your garden?
Huh? A sand pit?
Yeah, a sand pit. The local parks don't really have sand pits. So I was thinking it would be nice to have one where the children can play. My boy Timmy loves playing in a sand pit, so I want to make one. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Sorry, but I can't do that. I've heard that stray cats use it as their toilet.
I'm sure you can do something about that. I think it would be great, having a sand pit. You should definitely make one.
I said I can't. You say it like it's something easy, but it costs quite a lot of money to make one. You want me to pay for it, right?
Obviously, it's in your garden.
Oh, you can't afford it?
Of course. You used up all of your savings to make a house, didn't you? I bet you hardly have any money left.
Well, yeah, it was expensive, but it's not as much as you say.
Hey, you don't have to pretend. That's what I don't like. Poor people try to pretend they're not poor.
Why are you so mean? And I will choose how I want to use my garden, not you. I'm not making a sand pit.
I didn't know you were so small-minded. Poor people are always like this. So useless. It's always the wealthy people you can rely on, like business owners.
Yeah. Why don't you ask your rich friends to make a sand pit? We can't make it because we don't have the money.
Your house is smaller than the cottages that my husband's friends own, but you have to pool all your savings into it just to get a single house. We are on a different level.
My husband and I started saving money before we even got married to build a house. It was our dream, and we finally finished it. But because Sasha made selfish suggestions and made fun of me and our house for being poor, I was furious. It was stressful talking to her, so I took some distance from her and didn't contact her at all. But after a while, she messaged me. I wonder what it is this time.
Hey, I have something I wanted to ask.
What? We're not making a sand pit if that's what you want.
No. You know you moved into a new house.
Yeah?
Did you buy new appliances when you moved?
Well, we did buy some new appliances, but
I see. I'm just wondering, did you buy a new fridge?
Yeah, we did.
What about a TV?
Yeah, we also bought a new TV. What about it? What are you trying to say?
I was thinking that I'll have the old ones. The old ones you don't need.
What?
I said you can give me your old appliances.
Why?
You know, we're considering buying a new cottage. I thought we could use your old appliances.
You want to use our old appliances at your new cottage?
Yeah. It's important to reuse things, you know? There's the problem of environmental damage as well, so I like to be eco-friendly.
But the fridge, TV, and the air conditioner are all from like 10 years ago.
That's fine.
But the electricity efficiency of appliances from 10 years ago are terrible compared to the ones that they sell these days. The electricity bill will be expensive, and it's quite worn out. If you're eco-friendly, you should buy new appliances.
I said it's fine. Just give me your old appliances.
Are you really using it for your cottage?
Yeah. Why would I lie about it? It's becoming a trend among business owners to buy a cottage, so we were considering it too.
Really? I doubt it. To be honest, I knew the reason she came to ask me such a thing. I felt sorry for her, so I pretended not to know. But she was rude as usual, so I decided to make her suffer a little bit. I heard, you may not know this, but my husband did some work that your husband's company outsourced. Your husband's company went bankrupt, right?
What are you? No, it didn't.
It's quite famous already, so you don't have to pretend that you don't know. And on top of that, your husband had a lover, and he chose his lover over you and took all of the money and ran away with her.
How do you know about that?
Your husband, or your ex-husband's company's vice president, is my husband's classmate. They're really good friends. He seemed really busy because the president ran away without sorting out the process after going bankrupt.
You were spying on me. How rude! This is why I don't like poor people.
He told my husband about it. I also heard you've been kicked out of your luxury apartment. Isn't that why you wanted cheap appliances?
You could have just given it to me if you knew. What a bitch! Aren't we supposed to help each other when we're in trouble?
But Sasha, you said that the poor are useless, that you can only rely on the rich. Then why don't you ask your rich friends instead of asking someone like me? That's right. Sasha, who had continuously been making fun of me, was suffering because her husband's company went bankrupt. On top of that, he ran away with his lover who he was having an affair with for over 3 years, and his whereabouts are unknown. Her life at the luxury apartment seemed to crumble apart so easily. Because she had been judging people based on their income and status, she didn't have anyone to rely on in times like this. She is now renting a cheap apartment close to her parents' home. She currently works part-time on an hourly pay of $9.50 while feeding her child. A lot of the moms at the nursery were troubled by Sasha bragging about her brilliant life, so it became very peaceful after she moved away. About our garden, due to a strong suggestion by our daughter, we decided to make a sandpit. I have to say this, Sasha, it was a good idea. So thanks for that.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!